how to get it before. So once it's here, you guys know how to finish now. So we're gonna start like this. He's got his hands in front. You're gonna reach one hand under, one hand over, like this. You're gonna grab his wrist like a baseball bat. And you're just gonna start by pulling it towards you, right? And when you pull somebody's arm like this, they naturally wanna pull it back. So as soon as you feel them pull back, you just lean forward and pin their hand to the floor, okay? So we're gonna start like this. You have to have your hands connected. So just one hand under, one hand over, like a baseball bat. Just pull it towards you. As soon as you feel them pull back, just lean forward and pin their wrist to the floor, all right? You're gonna hold their wrist in place and shoot your arm under like you're gonna go for the Americana. He's just gonna extend his arm. You just let it go. And then you trap the head and arm, right? Now I gotta get his arm across his neck. All right, so the way I do that is I put my hand flat on the floor. You're gonna use your fingers, like grip into the floor, right? I want your partner to pull their elbow down like 10%. He's gonna give me a little bit, just a little bit, like 10% resistance. So I actually have to get a feel for what it's like to move somebody's arm. So when I hold onto the floor and I bring my body forward, his arm moves a little bit, right? Then I walk my hand up a little bit, and I do it again. You're gonna walk your hand all the way up as far as you can, and then all the way over as far as you can. And usually you're gonna get stuck like this, with the guy's arm just stuck on the side of your head. When that happens, you're gonna hug, all right? And this is kind of mean to the person. You're gonna like be smothering him a little bit. But I drive my chest forward, I turn my head to the left, and I just pop my shoulder forward, right? Then I use my chin to hold it in place. And then I can use my hand. And now I have his arm trapped. And then you go through all the steps to finish. So I put my head down, I hook my foot, I bring him up on his side, I hold his shoulder in place, I walk my hand through deep, I pull my grip in tight to his shoulder blade, pull in tight, ear on the shoulder, and then bring the head down, and finish, all right? 2 hands pull. As soon as you feel them resist, pin it to the floor, go under like you're gonna do the Americana, just extend your arm. He extends his arm, you let it go. Wrap the neck. Once you get here, the person on the bottom is gonna give you like 10% resistance down, so you get a feel for what it's like to move somebody's arm. But you'll see, even when they go 100%, go 100%, you can move their arm with your body, all right? So, a little bit of resistance. Keep walking, walk all the way up, all the way over, and then hug your own elbow. If you can't reach your elbow, you just hold the side of their head. And then here you drive forward, turn your head, pop your shoulder forward, hold it with your chin, start to pack everything in, hook your foot inside, bring them up, all right? Make sure you take a second and get this deeper around the neck. All right, get your arm really tight around the neck. Pull tight into the shoulder blade. You should already be choking them here. As I'm pulling in, I'm driving my shoulder forward. My head comes straight down. And you finish, right? Sometimes when you have to get all the way to the floor to do this, I'm gonna leave my foot inside. So as I drop my right leg out, my left leg pushes away. This makes it impossible for him to turn into me now. If I turn his legs that way, he can't turn towards me. All right, 1, 2, 3. So we walk the hand up. When you do this, once you get your foot inside, okay, so see, only my foot can go inside. I can't do this. I can't put my whole leg down like that. If that happens, he's gonna be able to trap me, okay? So once your foot gets hooked inside the knee, your knee never comes off the floor until I'm ready to finish, right? So I'm just using that to turn him. Get the arm in deep. Pull up as tight as you can, right? I'm not gonna squeeze too hard on his neck. I'm gonna show you what my lower body does. So I wanna sort of drop my body under this space under his back here. So I'm gonna shoot my my right leg starts to go out, my right knee's gonna come down. My left foot isn't gonna go back, it's gonna extend away from me. I wanna use my foot to turn his hip that way. That makes it, if I do that, he can't turn towards me. If I do this, he can start to turn into me and get out. Get your grip set, head comes down.
Think about using the left foot that's hooked inside the knee to push his leg away from you, right? Don't push your leg down like this. Push it out to the side. Right? You're gonna start, one thing you wanna remember, you're gonna start with your hands locked under his shoulder blade. A lot of times as you do the squeeze, your hands might slide up a little bit. But you wanna start down here as low as possible, because that gives you a lot of room to tighten things up. If you start up here to begin with, you're basically as tight as it's as tight as it's gonna get. So start down here, low. Now if you look closer, you'll see my wrist is gonna move a little bit. So as I start to come up, I come up a little bit higher, right? But it gets up much tighter, right? So just add that in. Get your grip set, get your arm in tight. As I drop my hips out to this side, I'm gonna extend his hips away with my left foot. Right? But try to keep your foot pinning his leg away from you like that. Don't let your knee come inside of his hip. All right. Pull up. And now basically the position of my knees is going to change. My right leg comes down, my left leg goes out. All right. 1, 2, 3.